Hello, beautiful souls. Healing Grasshopper here to do a pick a card reading for June 2024. We are, oops, my sign upside down. We are at the halfway mark of the year. So I think it's important to have um, a check-in with spirit, with your guardians, to see whatever they want to talk about. So the question is, what does Spirit want you to know right now? What do your guardian angels specifically want you to know right now? So we've got three piles to choose from. Um, so I would, if you have multiples, listen to the one that pulls at you the strongest last. So that message stays with you better. So then we have the collective message here for the end. Okay, so we have pile number one, Petersite, pile number two, copper, pile number three, uh, cinnabar, and collective reading for the end for everyone is Herkimer diamonds. So, by the way, um, let me know what you feel about this year's energies. There's a poll that I did um, earlier in the year that asks about the shifting energies and whether you feel um, the energies lifting this year. I'll leave a link to the poll in the description below. So I'll give you a moment to make your decision. You can pause this. Um, feel free to choose more than one. But don't forget the collective message at the end. That's for everyone. See you soon. Enjoy. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number one, Peter site, let's see what we got. We'll start with the tea leaves. We've got two. So we've got grapes, time to go out and have fun. Fabulous. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Yeah. So this is very fitting. It goes very well with the collective narrative that I've been picking up for many, many months, where um, all of the signs have gone through something, whether it be a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, divorce, death, some difficult, heart piercing things that we've been going through that we're recovering from. Um, yeah, and spirit's definitely not rushing you through your grief, but telling you that it's okay to go out and enjoy your life, especially now that the weather is changing, summer is starting. Yeah, I see like a Ferris wheel, you know, especially for those who don't do that kind of thing. Spirit is really wanting you. And that's what a Ferris wheel represents to me anyway, is, really stepping any kind of ride, amusement park ride, but a Ferris wheel really will come into mind when spirit is trying to tell me step out of your comfort zone, just do something just for the fun of it, you know. Because Ferris wheels, they don't make sense. They go up and down and around like But it's a new sensation. It's so whatever that means to you. It doesn't specifically need to be that, but the zoo, something that really takes you out of your everyday life. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Okay, we're going to come back to that. The world. Is this reversed? It is reversed. The world reversed. That's interesting. That doesn't happen very often. Okay. I already, I'm getting that message now. All right, but we're not going to talk about it yet. Excuse my voice, by the way. My allergies are really bothering me today. I am a magnet attracting unto myself. Okay. Yeah, this is going well with the world here. Without exception, what you give thought to, wanted or unwanted, you begin to invite into your experience. See yourself as a magnet attracting unto you the essence of whatever you are thinking and feeling. For example, if you feel poor, you cannot attract prosperity. It defies the law. Right. Okay. Yes, this is making a lot of sense. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be pausing every now and then because I'm sneezing up a storm. Okay. So let's start with tarot and then we're going to get to the message because the message is pretty strong right now. I'm getting it. Yeah, you see, there couldn't be a more perfect card to come out after the world reversed. Uh-huh. Very good. What about this card? We want this card. Oh, there are two cards. Bottom of the deck. That was. Okay. Okay. So we've got strength. Okay. Yes. Gotcha. The hermit. Okay. So let's start over here with the world reverse because this says a whole lot. The world reversed is the world upright, which is going through a portal and switching paradigm and moving towards your life purpose and receiving your good karma, all the life fulfilling things that people want in life. But it's reversed here. And for you, it's because of the pain that you haven't transmuted yet. That's not a criticism, that's just a fact. Okay. You are in either it's mourning or resentment. There's some kind of lower vibrational energy that you need to work through in order for you to pass through this portal. Now, of you who are mourning, like who have gone through some kind of death, like actual physical death, like death of a child, a parent, a loved one, divorce, letting go of a relationship, that kind of thing, um, takes time. It cannot be rushed. But, and we're going to set that aside for a moment. the lesser things like losing a job, which can be just as painful. It is also a death, but things where, excuse me, things where you're holding resentments, um, the world is quite significant for that because you need to be mindful and, you feel what you feel. You can't help that, but you have to be mindful that feeding that feeling is not going to get you to where you want to be. So you're going to need to work through those feelings, acknowledge the feeling, whatever they did to you was wrong and was unkind, unloving, but you're going to need to work through your forgiveness, which is for you, not for them. You're going to see that unloving action for what it is, unloving, and just let it go. Um, I don't like to say just let it go because it really sounds condescending, but Ho'oponopono will help you with that. And you can look it up if you like. My personal Ho'oponopono is modified from the original. Um, Mine is I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. You're going to hear those same words, but in a different order. Um, the reason why I do mine the way I do is because love should always come first. I love you. Now, this is love to God, okay? And God includes everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. Everything is a part of God, right? So you're not just, if the resentment is very strong, then you can just focus on God, if you like. But those of you that the resentment is subsiding, you could go further and recognize that this person that did you wrong is a part of God. Okay? I'm sorry. The I'm sorry is not to the person who wronged you, it's also to God. But like I said, the person who wronged you is a part of God. So, in a way, you are including them in the I'm sorry. And what the I'm sorry means is I'm sorry that as a soul who has gone through the veil of forgetfulness has forgotten their all encompassing connection to God, right? Forgetting that there's no such thing as separation, right? And in understanding the illusion of separation, you know that the person who has wronged you is also a part of you. You are a part of them. You are both part of God, right? So I'm sorry, God, that I'm struggling with this illusion of separation. Please forgive me for struggling and not seeing it entirely. Um, Thank you. Thank you for understanding that I'm just a dumb human type of thing. I was joking that way, but dumb in the way that, we kind of walk into this world blindfolded with not all the wisdom that our higher selves have. Okay. So that is my way of really, when I'm struggling to forgive, Ho'oponopono always works. Um, and it's a very healing mantra too, because we're not going to forget. Um, for those of you who are new here, welcome. But the returning folks, I say all the time that everyone who is attracted to my videos are light workers. And whether you know it or not, you may be just coming into the realization or not. It doesn't matter. You're all light workers. As light workers, we are here to transmute lower vibrational energies. And a Ho'oponopono is a good way of doing it. Sorry, I'm just harping on one thing here, right? So The world here is not saying that, your blessings are blocked or anything. It's saying that it's they're like temporarily on hold because you're going through what you're going through. As soon as you're ready to step through the portal, it'll be there for you. Nothing that's meant for you is going to go away. So there doesn't need to be any hurrying up or anything. But spirit wants you to start to let go of some of these sorrows that you've been holding on to. By letting go, it means by permitting yourself, excuse me, by permitting yourself to enjoy yourself, to have fun, to go out to dinner, to accept that invitation to the party or the movies or to dinner or whatever, and not to isolate yourself. If and when you are isolating yourself, though, there needs to be an evaluation of what that isolation is for. Are we having a pity party still about ourselves, or are we working through what's happening to us? Are we talking to spirit? Are we connecting with our higher selves? Are we keeping the awareness in our minds that we need to continue to move forward and to grow? And this isn't a time to wallow. Page of Swords tells me that that realization is going to come on its own. Some of you may already have that feeling like, oh, yes, I see the things, the bad habits that I'm engaging in that aren't quite healthy for me. Like maybe staying in bed a little too long or not making your bed and leaving things messy, which is very important, by the way, when you're mourning or depressed. Keeping your surroundings as tidy as possible is very important for the flow of energy in your home. Just making your bed in the morning will set the tone for the rest of the day, right? But anyway, this Page of Swords is talking about a realization of something and starting to see the way you're going to implement the things that are coming into your head. The Four of Swords here under the Death card. See, and this is very interesting here, the way you have the world reversed, a pause and going through a portal. The Death card here, where Spirit is saying that there are some things that you're going to need to close out in your life in order to move forward. Don't be afraid to take a pause and evaluate things so you can close things out. You know, there's similar messages have come out throughout the year like this, where it seems like there is a conflicting message here. Like, hurry up and get yourself together, but take a pause. There's no hurrying here. Um, there's take a pause, but a healthy pause. You know, an assessment instead of, wallowing. Um, and how do you do that? Not by yourself, right? You're going to ask Spirit to help you. If you need a therapy session, you guys know me. I am a big fan of therapy. Therapy does not mean you're crazy. Therapy just means that you um, want to bring someone in um, with a different vantage point, right? You can't always see the forest for the trees in your own life. You need someone else looking, you know, looking in from the outside to really help you, give you another point of view from their vantage point. Very important. Um, Speaking to a trusted friend. Be careful for a lot of you who have frenemies too, because there are still folks. I've been talking about that a lot in the readings too, where a lot of you still have your frenemies in your life. A lot of you have gotten rid of these frenemies, but others of you still. So that may be a part of this assessment here. Looking around um, at your current surroundings and making sure that there's still not things that you need to clear out before you step through this portal, because not everyone you can take with you through that portal. Anyway, I think the message is penetrating here, especially since my eyes just moved to the Page of Swords. This is all about realization. I think you guys follow me here. My capacity to tune into the energy of love. That's another thing, right? Where you have sorrow, resentment, anger, all those low vibration energies. If you tune into love, love from where? Love from spirit, love from inside of yourself, love from your higher self, love from God. For those of you who are alone, because I know that feeling like, I'm alone. What do you mean love? Nobody loves me. Um, that's not true. You're never alone. God loves you. Your fellow light workers love you. We all send you love. And let's everyone do that right now. Send some love and light out to the rest of the collective there who feel alone. Okay, you're not alone. When I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need. See, when you're ready to speak up, too, I thought about therapy when I turned this card over. When it's time to forgive and the power I need when I am lost, you know, very powerful, this card. The compassion I need. It's all around you. Just draw from it. So that's what you're going to work on in this month. As you start actively working through this, you start talking to spirit, you go to that food festival in your town that's starting this weekend. You force yourself to go. You get out of the house. You change you go to the beach. You go to the park. You cook yourself a nice dinner. You'll be very surprised at how the energy around you starts changing. And then sooner or later, you're going to feel this start to go up right here, where you feel your energy lightening. That's you going through the portal. You're not stuck. You're just in a pause. That's okay. Okay, guys. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. See if we got some clarity here. Spirit, let's see what's going to happen in the following month. Are we going to be in the same energy? Something new. Knight of Cups. See, there's the love. There's the compassion. I just, when I looked at the Knight of Cups, I looked up at the Death card. Look at how similar these two cards are. They're both on these white horses. The horses are in the same position. There are two knights here. So once you allow yourself to close this out, this will be waiting for you at the other end here. This is not just one person. For many of you, it can be just one person, but hold on. Yes, there are connections that vibrate on your same, closer to your frequency as you walk through this portal. This is a death of mismatched vibration. Right. I know that I have gone through my own closeout of low vibrational relationships in the past handful of years, where I'm telling you guys, almost every single person in my life, I realized was vibrating way far away from my own. I had to get rid of a lot of people in my life, right? So, and I went through this whole thing where I went through the hermit mode and the Four of Swords and everything. I'm just now starting to come across people who vibrate closer to my own vibration. And specifically, if it feels like I meet people who understand my references. Like I don't have to explain myself so much. You know, people aren't offended by me simply saying good morning. I mean, I'm joking, but that's the way it felt before. Like I couldn't say anything at all without people either being confused or offended by what I said to them. Like totally not on the same page at all. That's what it's going to be like. This is where you feel like you're seen, like you're understood. Let's see what else we got here. The Lovers. Need I say more? Again, the Lovers talks about being with people, being with your soul family, but it also talks about choosing that path too, right? Because you have the world reversed. So you've got to choose to walk through this portal. You can stay in the 3D low vibrational world, or you can choose to step through the portal and find your soul family in the 5D. It's your choice. And for those of you who are feeling frustrated, like, what do you mean? I don't see the portal. How do I want to go through the portal, but How do I get there? You'll get there if you can simply say to yourself, I choose to move through this portal. I choose better for myself. Say it every day to yourself. I choose my soul family, whether you've met them yet or not. They're there for you. And don't forget to have those daily conversations with spirit. Very important. I mean, one of those choices, of course, you've already made because you've come here. So that's step number one. But continue having these conversations because spirit is waiting to help you. You are gifted with free will. So if you need help, you need to ask for it. Okay? Forgive me, guys. I didn't talk about strength here. Strength. Strength is the life force that you have inside of you, that God has gifted to everyone, that you can draw upon, even when you feel sad and depleted. That life force is within you to help you move through your troubles and move towards the light. Move towards your life purpose and your good karma to move through that portal. Some of you may feel, and I've said this quite a few times in this reading already, where some of you may feel stuck. Remember that not just that you're not alone, but you have a force inside of you that you need to focus on. It's always been there, but you may not have consciously taken advantage of it. If you consciously turn your minds to this light inside of you, you are going to understand the power that you have, the light that emanates out of you that will cleanse everything around you and propel you forward. Okay, that's what strength means. Okay, guys? So I love you. Love, light, and many blessings. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen pile two, copper, let's see what we got. And let's start with these tarot cards. The Lovers. Hold on. Reversed? None of these. Neither of these are reversed. Okay. 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 See what the mindful message is. Creator of happiness. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual. Therefore, it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. This also would have fit very well for pile number one. I also got the Lovers. Pile number one was struggling with some things that have happened to them in the recent past. Um, The collective is most of us are working through some not so pleasant. Okay, sorry for the pauses, guys. My allergies are really killing me today. Um, a lot of us are dealing with closing out of painful relationships and cleaning out our lives of what doesn't serve us, right? But it looks here that you were well on your way, even though this Two of Swords says that even though you're aware that you're switching paradigms, is kind of a what next kind of feeling like, where am I going? So, Spirit is saying, move towards your happiness. Because right now, you can think of it as like a clean slate. You can go wherever you want to go here. You are moving away from what you don't want. So now you can move towards what you do want, which is fulfillment and happiness. To whom am I comparing myself right now? What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Amen. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Creator of happiness. Okay? So, we're moving through this portal. We're moving away from what doesn't serve us. And at the same time, it's natural to look around us and see how well other people are doing and compare it to ourselves. There's nothing wrong with looking at someone else and being inspired by them, right? But, it becomes very unproductive when you're beating yourself up for not being where that other person is. You have your own path, and I know you know this. Growth, right? Wow. And I was just going to say, too, to pat yourself on the back, right? Because you've moved away from what doesn't serve you, or you're in the process of doing that. Some of you are still sorting out what doesn't serve you. Pat yourself on the back, guys, because that's a huge accomplishment. You know, I have myself have gone through a cleaning up out of my life where I really did look back and I was like, wow, I really did that. Congratulate yourself for being brave and walking away from the people in your life that are familiar but are not serving any purpose in your life and are actually bringing you grief. That is a movement towards growth. A plant can't grow if they're in the wrong soil, right? A sun loving, rich soil loving plant is not going to do well in the shade and sandy soil, right? So if you're in that kind of, that's the same kind of thing of being with low vibrational, narcissistic, sociopathic, whatever personality flaws that you may have surrounding you. That's not spiritually nourishing. Getting rid of all of that in your life is setting the foundation for growth. Now this is, let's see, Sonia Choquette. This is from her new deck, Ask Your Guides 24. Oh, that's 34. 24. Keywords are courage, desire, initiation, creativity. Your teacher guides are igniting your imagination, awakening your creativity, and instilling in you the desire to grow to your full potential. Now is the perfect time for you to push yourself and to explore new horizons. Have the courage to stretch. Apply for the new position one level up at work. Volunteer for the leadership role, even though you don't feel fully prepared or qualified. Believe in yourself and act with confidence as you step into a more responsible, creative, empowered territory. You are more ready than you realize. Don't hold back. Don't overthink. Don't second guess and don't play small. Now is the time to think and act big. Your teacher guides message to you. Imagine a bigger, better you. Goes very well. All of these cards. Knight of Pentacles gives you the message here that it's not going to it's not all going to happen tomorrow. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. But as you move towards this, you will along the way start to feel your momentum grow. You just have to be patient because in the starting, it can feel very slow in the beginning. Um, I'm sorry, guys. My allergies are really okay. Let's go back to the lovers, right? The lovers is a choice to move towards high vibrational relationships, which will be a pleasant change for a lot of us, right? Who've been engaged in non productive, destructive relationships. Justice is reminding you to let go and let God, right? Whatever you've been through that you feel is unfair, just let it go, move forward. No need to dwell upon them. Let God take care of this. And whoever has wronged you has got their own things to sort through. You're not responsible for them. So let go and keep moving down your path where you will be moving towards your good karma. So let's see what else we got here. Okay. So we're going to get a few clarification cards. There's one. Well, okay. King of Pentacles. Yeah, see what I mean here? We've got the Nine of Wands that talks about impatience. Remember when I said that things are going to feel slow at first before you start feeling that momentum? This is you like the Two of Swords is what do I do now? And then you, as you're trying to move forward, like, is this really working? I'm tired. But Spirit is saying you're getting there. King of Pentacles is also about patience, but with the addition of confidence. Wait, hold on. Reversed? Not reversed. Okay. So, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like, come on, let's go. Right? This is the reverse of the Knight of Swords. I don't know if I said Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords is like the reverse energy of the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is firmly planted in the ground there. He's not moving, but with purpose, right? This isn't just standing still for nothing. He's assessing, he's planning, he's doing all the necessary things to be successful. Knight of Swords is like the bull in the china closet who just wants to go, 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 and just like wrecks things as he's moving. He's upright though. That would be more reversed, but still, this is a like, hurry up and get it done energy, which goes very well with the Nine of Wands, right? Like, I'm tired already. Let's hurry up. This is a bonus card in the Rider-Waite Centennial deck I call Caution in Love, right? As we're moving forward and we've closed out these um, low vibrational relationships, we're going to take all of the things that we've learned from those past relationships moving forward. Now we know better. So this is not building a wall around ourselves and being open to love, just not being indiscriminately open. You know, we are going to pay attention to the red flags and whatnot as we move forward. There's no need to be overly cynical moving forward. Have any more cards? No, I think that's the message, guys. You're the creator of your own happiness. You have happiness coming. That's very clear. And there's growth coming to you. It's not growth coming to you. You're in the growth. You are growing. And by the way, this woman looks pregnant here. Enjoy the ideas that are coming to you. And that's another reason why the Knight of Pentacles is standing still. Right? He's taking a moment to take it all in. Excuse me, guys. How many out there are suffering with hay fever right now? It's killing me. Um, you have ideas coming to you, lucrative ideas, ideas that you really need to pay attention to because they're going to help you moving forward. So when you're feeling stagnant and you're feeling like you don't know what to do next, just take a pause. Take that pause and refer to spirit. The spirit's got plenty of help for you. Just ask for it. It's there for you. Okay, guys? Tell me how this resonates. If you're comfortable, tell me how you feel stuck. Tell me what you're doing to help yourself move forward, too, that can help other people. Okay? I love engaging with all of you. I answer every single comment because I love engaging with you. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, by the way, guys, so please hit the like button and subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. Don't forget the collective message at the end. Um, and enjoy. I'll speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 3, Cinnabar, let's see what we got. Let's see what the tea leaves say. We've got bell, an announcement. Okay. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I think most of the collective needs to hear that. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay. When I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. I love it. Goes very well with vulture over here. The hanged man goes very well over here. Perception is everything with depression and anxiety. Worry that someone's against you. Let them be against you. It's okay. Perspective. Wow. Goes with the hangman. These two cards are the same. Fairy tale. Okay. So listen. This is wait, let's get some tarot in on this. Let's read this fairy tale. Oh, okay. Excellent. Excellent. Six of Swords. Yeah. See, Six of Swords is moving towards something better, moving away from sorrows, from depression, anxiety, moving towards what? Love. Two of Pentacles also speaks to that depression and anxiety where there is a management of it and that things won't always feel the way they feel. I know that feeling of everyone's against me, you know, but what you have to understand, guys, is that there's always going to be someone who wants to stop a light worker. Yes, light worker. Those of you who are new here, welcome. But those of you who are returning viewers know that I always say that people who are attracted to this channel are light workers. Okay. And nobody said being a light worker is going to be gumdrops and lollipops. It's a tough job. We vibrate differently. And sometimes that will attract lost souls whose spirits are irritated by our high vibration. And, this isn't something that I talk about very often um, because I think this is a subject that really needs to be spoken about responsibly. But since it's coming up and Spirit seems to want to talk about it, um, aside from the people that we deal with who are lost, some of them even have low vibrational spirits that are entities that are attached to them. Um, which really compounds their position of being lost. It keeps them lost. It really tethers them down into the muck. They, of course, have the choice of releasing themselves from it, and I don't want to veer too far away from you. I don't like to talk about, um, the opposing people in your life. I like to focus on the light worker, but it's important to talk about these people that we deal with and the way they affect us, right? Because these low vibrational entities, as they come across you, are irritated by you and then want to do anything they can to drag you down. right? So you need to be aware of this as you are in this depression, anxiety. And that's not to say like, oh, you're possessed or no, it's just, it's not, we are in the physical plane, but we are affected by the spirit world at the same time, right? And I kind of liken it to being in a crowd. Imagine yourself in a crowd, which, thousands of people that you don't know, all different kinds. Some people have beautiful souls that are benevolent and friendly, and others who are not so friendly and mean or whatever. Mixed in with those physical people are also spirits intermingled in there, walking around in the same way, where, they can pass you and not, and be irritated by you and want to do whatever they can to extinguish that light, right? And it's our job to maintain that light and nurture that light and keep that light strong so that we can share it with others, so that we can shed that blanket light around us to ward off um, the darkness. Because there is a lot of darkness. I don't have to tell you. All you have to do is turn on the news and see all the darkness. Um, and I'm not going to get too much into that either. But I think you get what I'm saying here. Um, Light workers have work to do. And for those of you who are new to the term, what kind of work, you ask? Just being yourself. There's no like dun dun dun, dun put on your cape and go save some people. It's not quite like that. It's just your job is to maintain the light inside of you so that it stays as bright as possible, so that you can hopefully affect other people in brightening their own light inside of them. Okay? So it's very clear to me here that an announcement here too. Um, I don't know if this is a literal announcement. No. Yeah. So, and remember just now I said that I don't often talk about low vibrational entities. I really don't like to, because I don't like to put into people's heads like, and there are a lot of practitioners out there who do this, like, oh, you have something attached to you. You have to come to me and pay me $1,000 so we can get it off of you. Yeah, no, I'm not that kind of a reader. Um, and I don't like to lead people to those kind of realizations to make them feel helpless, um, which light workers absolutely are not. No one is really. But I'm saying all of that to say the announcement is all of this, and how in everything that we do, we need to be aware of the polarity of light and dark, high vibration, low vibration, and just be aware of it as we are dealing with our daily lives and not letting it drag us down. Um, so, and in fairy tale here is talking about the wonder in life and not taking things so seriously. You know, she's sitting here with a cat, which to me represents any, she could be sitting there with any animal. Animals are high vibrational beings who see beyond the veil, right? And this is reminding you about that veil and to be aware of it. Okay. So we talked about this line here. Down here, where, Four of Cups is just being fed up with the world and um, kind of retreating from the world, um, which at times there's nothing wrong with that. But don't be so bitter that you're shutting out your spirit guides, because it's obvious to me that your spirit guides are trying to get to you here and tell you that the feelings that you're feeling are an illusion. Ten of Wands is about feeling burdened with the things that you are dealing with. Um, but instead of looking at them like a burden, and look at the Queen of Wands is right next to Ten of Wands. Instead of feeling that it's a burden, remind yourself that all of the things that you've been through are there to teach you something, right? They make you stronger to move forward. Queen of Wands is very aware that every um, scenario that she's been through has brought her to where she is in this comfortable throne of hers. And she's holding a sunflower, which talks about her attitude towards life. And then even when things are not so fun, she still looks forward to better days. She keeps her eye on the light. The Fool here talks about, um, this is directly talking about the astrology. I feel that very strongly. Um, and I will be talking about astrology, especially in this year of very important astrological events happening where the collective is switching paradigms here. We're going from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. And if you haven't heard about it, go have a look at my yearly readings. Choose your sun, moon, rising, or north node sign to watch. I would do your sun and your north node. Start with those two. And you're going to start to get a picture of what I mean by the switching of paradigms in Pluto and Aquarius and Capricorn and everything. Right now, we're back in Pluto and Capricorn. It's retrograding into Capricorn, but it'll be going back, which is kind of a heavier energy. Um, but we're going to be switching back to Aquarius in at the end of the year, which is going to lighten up the energy. But the important thing here is that we have been brought back into the heavier energy so that we can assess things. And that heavy energy isn't always fun, but it's necessary, right? Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, Daddy Saturn, which, can bring heavier energies, things. And the reason why I say Daddy Saturn is that Saturn has this energy of, being cautious and eating your vegetables, I like to say, doing the things that aren't so fun but are necessary in life in order to be successful, right? Which is what fathers often do. They bring the discipline into our lives, right? So, what does that mean with the vulture here? We're in this air of where things don't feel as fun. Take a moment and really think about what's making you feel that way and really examine it. Is it a relationship that you've just left? A job that you've been fired from or walked away from? Whatever it is, maybe you're feeling this way because there are still things that you need to assess and tools that you need to pick up up off the floor of that memory, if that makes sense, right? There are still things that you need to learn from it. But Spirit's saying, and this is part of the announcement, it's kind of good and bad. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. But before you change, there needs to be an assessment. And here's the change, the Fool. A change is coming. You're almost there. Those of you who are feeling that depression, you're almost there. You're not alone. Speak to your spirit guides and you will get direction. You will be shown what you need to assess, what you need to review, the lessons that you need to extract and take forward with you. Because Queen of Wands is about building fabulosity. She knows how to create beautiful things in her life. But there's a black cat here. She's not afraid to look at the things that are what everyone else thinks are scary and taboo. But this is her faithful cat. She loves this cat. She knows that what everyone else thinks is scary and not fun is beautiful and wonderful and there to um, love her and sustain her. You're moving towards something good, guys. This feeling is not going to last. When I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Don't forget about all of the help that's available to you. Okay, we have one more. There it is. Ace of Wands. See? The Sun. Reversed? No. King of Swords. Okay. Ace of Wands is about the universe starting when you open your heart and mind to the universe. Because I feel a heaviness here. Like you guys are dwelling too much on the um, kind of the world is against me. People, no one loves me, that kind of feeling closed off from the rest of the world. As soon as you let that go and you realize that that's not true. I mean, aside from the physical people in your life who are against you, we're going to set those people aside. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. And really quickly, just to address those other people, let God work that out. You know, if there are people that you know are against you, that you know are bringing low vibration into your life, all you need to do is discard them and keep it moving. You don't need to, there doesn't need to be any, well, you may need to assess some of what's, you guys will know in your own situation. There may be some things you need to assess with how it went down with these people, like I said before, what tools that you may need to bring with you. I forgot about the Queen of Wands here. But once you do that, it's as easy as just simply walking away from these people. I mean, you do that anyway and assess later. But we're going to set that aside. Now we're talking about what's left of that. The depression, the anxiety, the feeling um, sorry for oneself and that kind of thing. Um, that kind of emotion is which are natural, right? But only useful for about for a few days to weeks maybe, and then it's time to move on. It's time to really talk to spirit and be like, okay, what's the game plan? As soon as you ask that question, guys, and I say all that to say to bring you here, is what's the game plan, spirit? Spirit guides, what am I going to do now? And that notion is going to come to you. Like, okay, this is the direction I need to go in. And as soon as you do that, you're going to feel the clouds parting. And my eyes are going straight to these sunflowers here, too. These three cards, very important, right? Because you have lots of fire here and action, along with hope and a good attitude and excitement and inspiration moving forward. That's all going to come to you. King of Swords talks about this, cutting things out of your life that don't serve you. And the King of Swords does it in somewhat of a passive way. He's a little bit different than the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords has a little bit more of an observatory um, energy to him, where he's observing the situation, he's assessing. King of Swords doesn't do a whole lot of talking. He just kind of watches. He gathers information, and then he makes the cuts where necessary. There's not a big fuss with King of Swords. Watch, learn, listen, cut. It's very simple for him. Move forward, the Fool. Okay, guys, it's coming. And I feel like you're going to feel somewhat of a transition. It doesn't mean that, things are going to be perfect by the 1st of July, but at least this feeling of that next step from the depression and anxiety, that feeling of the lack of direction and the heaviness is going to start to dissipate. Clouds are going to part, and you're going to start to feel that inspiration to get up out of the house or start that new project or whatever. Let me know how this resonates, guys. I love engaging with you in the comment section. I answer every single comment because I love to. I love to hear from you. So please do if you feel comfortable. I'll be thrilled to hear from you. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. It's been very slow moving in the latter half of the 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at like 973 or something. And it's just been very slow. So help me out, please. Speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. This is the Herkimer Diamond Collective reading for everyone. Welcome back. Let's see what we got. Spirit had a whole lot to say here. We got a lot of cards. So we've got Dark Man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay. Peacock, beware of great pride. Disappointment in some affair. Okay. This is an interesting one. Seems pretty specific for the collective, but we'll see. See what these. Whoop, let's see what tarot here says. Wait, hold on. Okay. Reversed, yes. Not reversed. Not reversed. Okay, that's good. We've got Queen of Wands here. Okay, so it's interesting. We've got a dark-haired man here. Okay, so for many of you, this is a haired man. Doesn't necessarily need to be. Um, but if it is, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what the scenario is for you if you feel comfortable. And I engage with you with every single comment. So you will be getting an answer from me. Um, this is the Five of Swords. He is very satisfied that he's gotten something over on you. Okay. Okay. So there is some kind of character flaw with this dark man. Um, I'm getting like hurt people hurt people. This is some kind of, this is a person who has dealt with a lot of things in their life, in their childhood. Um, maybe even like violence. I just heard psychopath. Like someone who, they're very reckless in their own lives and the type of person who doesn't care much what happens to them. So at the same time, if they don't care what happens to them, they don't care what happens to you either. And they'll, won't hesitate to hurt you in the process. They don't really care. That kind of person, which is, of course, disappointing. And the scissors is very descriptive here. This is someone that you're going to need to walk away from. And look at this. The strength card is under scissors here. There's like some resistance here. You've had a whole lot of hope. And by the way, I'm very surprised that this came out for the collective because I usually don't have specific readings like this for the collective. But I suppose this means that there are a number of people, I shouldn't be surprised. There are a number of people that are out there that we're dealing with that are destructive. A lot of us, and that means that there are a lot of new people listening to this. Now, what I mean by that is the people who are returning, um, a lot of my present collective are emerging from bad situations. We've been cleaning house, so to speak, and getting rid of the relationships that are rotten in our lives. But this is, and this could include some of those people as well. But I'm getting a lot of new energy, like people that are presently in your life or in maybe in your recent, very, very recent past, where you either become aware that it's time to cut them out of your life. But I feel like a lot of you have not cut this man out yet. and you need to. But there's something, and then spirit is emphasizing here that not to dwell over it and have a good attitude in moving forward. The Queen of Wands is all about adopting a lighter perspective to your situation. Justice. Okay. Reversed? No. Knight of Wands. Reversed. Okay. Yeah. See, Knight of Wands is about let's go. I wouldn't be surprised if Chariot came out too. This is, oh, you see. Yeah, this is a deceptive person. This is just reversed. No. Okay. This person presented themselves in a certain way when you first met them. They were fun, right? Someone who's spontaneous, who really felt like they were fun, drew you out of your shell type person. And I know I'm always attracted to people like that. Um, because it's hard to amuse me, you know? So those like fiery Aries type people, um, in our lives. Like I'm forever attracted to an Aries because they always bring the fun and the fire into my earthy life, um, which never ends well for me, by the way. But that's what I'm feeling like. This person comes into your life and you're wide eyed with wonder, and it's like, yay, everything's fun for about a week or two, and then you're like, wait, what? The house is on fire. Like this is not good. There was a lot of charm here, but meanwhile, they're like up to no good. And I'm kind of back and forth in my mind about whether this person actually, let's see what Spirit says, whether this person actually has an agenda or they're just reckless. Reckless? No, they have an agenda. Okay, that's worse. Okay. So this is okay. So this is more sociopathic than psychopathic. Psychopaths are like, they're not so much thinking about what their next move is. They're just all over the place, and for the most part, I mean, that. It's not to say that a psychopath can't have agendas, but really, they're so chaotic in their life that there's not too much thinking that they do. It's just like they're just reckless. But there's more of a concentrated energy here, where it's like this person does not care about your heart or your feelings or anything like that. They're manipulative and they're trying to get something out of you, whether this is sex or, for some of you, even money or your resources. Okay. And you really need to come resources, sex. Yeah, this is, yeah, our resources. Okay. So I don't know if most of you are aware of this. No, but this is not, as you're listening to it, there's like a light bulb kind of moment going on. Like you weren't necessarily thinking about it, but it's not that much of a surprise to you. Like, oh, yeah, I can see what you're saying about this person. Do they ask a little bit too much about your resources? Do they focus a little bit too much on your money? Are they inquiring about your connections, who you know, and you know, are they latching on to that one person that you mentioned and they want to know more about that person that you felt was weird? Like, what do they care about that friend that I was talking about? There's some kind of angle here that you're not completely aware of. But Spirit is saying you're going to need to cut this person out and quick. Be aware of great pride is about you. Um, this person is alluring for a reason. Like they're good looking. They have something that they bring to the table that is attractive to you. Like they look good on your arm type thing. Or good looking and he's a world renowned DJ or something, something that sounds good on paper that when you tell your friends or whatever, it impresses people. You enjoy that status that this person brings, but Spirit is saying that you're going to need to get rid of this person because they're toxic. Okay. My inner being guides me through my emotions. While you while you are indeed a wondrous physical creator, you exist simultaneously in another dimension. There is a part of you, your inner being, that exists in this physical body, and your guiding emotions are your physical indication of your relationship with your inner being. Okay? So, this is a message to listen to your body. This is listen to your red flags message here. Your gut is going to tell you. Your higher self is in communication with your lower self, with your physical, with your conscious self in your physical body, right? Is what this is talking about. There's a dialogue between your inner being and your outer being, your physical being. Pay attention to it. That's all I'm getting. None of what I'm saying to you here is a real revelation. You may not have consciously been aware of it, but subconsciously your inner self has been screaming at you. And now that you're hearing it, you're like, oh yeah, I've been hearing those screams. Time to listen. Messages from the universe. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs. Good news and plot twists. Blessings are coming. That goes very well with the Queen of Wands. She's always focused on her blessings. And this person is not it. Okay. Whatever it is that you felt you were gaining from this man is not it. It's waiting for you in your future. Okay. Do we have any clarification? Anything else? No. So that is the message. An unusual message, I have to say. Tell me how this resonates. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, guys, I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.